Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and the New York Knicks, they get the biggest W in the biggest game of the regular season. They beat the Miami Heat 101-92, a defensive, low-scoring, old-school battle between the Knicks and the Heat. Oh man, was this a big-time W from the New York Knicks. Now, unfortunately, it did cost our leader, our star, Julius Randle went down with a sprained ankle. I believe it was in the second quarter, and he did not return. So that is definitely something that we're going to have to keep in mind as we are in the back stretch of the season and we're trying to be healthy heading into the NBA playoffs. But luckily for the New York Knicks, they rallied around Julius Randle and they got the W for him in his honor in that second half. They look like the Knicks that we've been falling in love with all season long, playing great, hard-nosed defense, playing with their own pace. And that was something that I was really getting frustrated with, is that the Miami Heat was forcing us to play this half-court offense, but we are at our best when we are playing high-paced basketball, running down the court with Emmanuel Quickley and Josh Hart and the boys. This was a great W from the New York Knicks. They stole the show in the fourth quarter, outscoring the Miami Heat 25-16. Let's freaking go. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, guys, how hyped you are about this victory for our New York Knicks. If you guys are not already, do me a gigantic favor and hit that like button and subscribe if you are indeed new. With that being said, let's get deeper into tonight's matchup against the Miami Heat. So, guys, guess what? The magic number for the New York Knicks is now 2 to make the NBA playoffs. This was such a big game for so many different reasons, because now this kind of solidifies us at that 5th seed, bearing an absolute collapse. Now we have the tiebreaker over the Miami Heat. We have the tiebreaker over the Brooklyn Nets, which is why even if we finish with the same record as the Brooklyn Nets or the Miami Heat, we are going to be above them in the standings, which seems like the 5th seed is going to be ours. The magic number is indeed 2. Now, it really tells you a lot about the identity of this team that Julius Randle goes down and the Knicks were able to still adjust, because we have not played basketball without Julius Randle all season long. This team has not seen a fourth quarter without Randle. He leads the team in minutes. Hell, he leads the NBA in minutes. I mean, Julius Randle has been an Iron Man all season long, and it's unfortunate that he might be missing some time, because I was excited for him to play all 82 games for this Knicks team, but it really tells you a lot about their identity, because players stepped up. RJ Barrett, he had a terrible first half, but he saw Julius Randle go down. He knew that he had to get his act together, and he came out there in that second half, and he rebounded and helped this Knicks team go out there and get the W. Emmanuel Quickley, coming off a 40-point career high against the Houston Rockets, he goes out there and plays phenomenal basketball yet again, looking like one of the best players on the damn team. I mean, you saw that play in that second quarter at the baseline, triple teamed and one floater like behind the basket. All right, Quickley, we see ya. Another 24-point piece from IQ. The weird thing about Quickley tonight, he could have had a 30-point piece, but he was missing free throws. I mean, the whole Knicks team was missing free throws. It was kind of weird. I was like, what's going on here? Why are we missing our free throws? I thought it was going to come and haunt us later on in the game, but luckily it did not. And a big shout out to Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes has been playing great basketball as of late, man. His development in year number 2 has been something fun to watch. I mean, not only is his jump shot just so pure, we know what Quentin Grimes brings to the table as a sharpshooter beyond the arc, but I love his ability, and he's been doing it all season long, attacking the paint. And when his shot's not there at the rim, he dishes it down low to Mitchell Robinson or Isaiah Hartenstein. And sometimes it feels like he's so antsy with the ball and a little too overjoyous with it, but it feels like he's getting more poised with the ball now with his playmaking. And he's doing a phenomenal job setting up his teammates, hitting his shots. I mean, we started off the game on an 8-0 run because of Quentin Grimes having 2 threes, and he was just a really big reason why this Knicks team has been playing good ball as of late. Not to mention his defense is top tier as well. So shout out Quentin Grimes. He's a very underrated piece to this Knicks team. Josh Hart off the bench, always providing impact. I mean, he's just that spark plug that does everything for this Knicks squad. Another 13 points, 8 boards, 3 dimes. RJ Barrett comes out there with 12 points after having a bad first half. Jalen Brunson returns to the lineup tonight, and he didn't even close. And we didn't need him to close. that was an interesting move by Tom Thibodeau. Late in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes to go, the Knicks are playing great basketball with the unit that was on the floor. I believe it was who? Emmanuel Quickley, Josh Hart, R.J. Barrett, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Quentin Grimes. I think that was the 5, I believe, because Brunson was not out there and Obi Toppin was not out there, and neither was Mitchell Robinson. So that's the 5 that Tom Thibodeau wanted to close out with without Julius Randle being available. Another player I love talking about is Isaiah Hartenstein. He's probably one of the most, unsung heroes of this team. I mean, he plays more minutes than Mitchell Robinson a lot of times, and Tom Thibodeau trusts him, and you can see why. Another 6 points, 9 boards, 2 assists, 1 block, 2 steals. He just does everything you need from a backup center. He's scrappy. He sets hard screens. He gets you those offensive rebounds for second chance opportunities. He plays solid defense. He's good on pick and roll opportunities. He has a little flip shot in the paint whenever you need here and there. Isaiah Hartenstein has located being a really good free agency pickup from Leon Rose. And then Obi Toppin, he filled in for Julius Randle, but he did not get that many minutes. I mean, you'd think if Randle goes down in the second quarter, Obi's going to get a lot more minutes. No, he only got 17 minutes. It seemed like Tom Thibodeau wanted to go small ball, and it worked. You can't blame Tom Thibodeau there. But listen, man, this was such a big game for the Knicks to take care of. And right when we saw Julius Randle tweak that ankle, and you see him just limping around, and you see how tough he is, go out there and shoot those free throws, and you see him limp back to the locker room, we all thought the same thing as Knicks fans. How is this Knicks team going to rally around and win against this scrappy, tough-nosed Miami Heat team at home in one of the biggest, if not the biggest games of the NBA season without Julius Randle? Well, they did it. They went small. They started hitting their jump shots. And more importantly, they started playing defense. And they were really clamping up the Miami Heat big time. They were getting a lot of contested looks. They did not let anything in the paint. And I love what I saw from this Knicks team down the stretch, because that's really what it comes down to for this Knicks squad. How can we finish the job in the fourth quarter? This was a hard-fought matchup all game long, just grungy, defensive battle, sloppy, by the way. This was not a good game from the Knicks standpoint in terms of just looking at it from a big lens. The turnovers were terrible early on in the game. It was sloppiness. The Knicks were not playing their good basketball, but luckily we have players that can get hot, and they are Emmanuel Quickley. When he gets hot, another planet. Quentin Grimes, same thing. When Brunson gets hot, R.J. Barrett gets hot. I know he's very streaky, but when R.J. does get hot, it's something dangerous. So it really is cool to see that this Knicks team was able to get this W despite missing out on their all-star in Julius Randle. Let's hope that he's okay and he could be missing just a minimal amount of games so we can get him back by next week, because next week is the end of the regular season, and then we're going to be talking about the NBA playoffs. So buckle up, Knicks fans. Let's freaking go. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And please, if you did not already, consider hitting that like button. Really helps out the video a ton. I'll catch you guys next time, and let's go Knicks. Peace out, everybody.